Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. So, today, let's talk about how you can study in France, what you need to know, the documents you need, some advice that you need to navigate the application process, then some things that you need to equally put into consideration. Now, I want to draw your attention to this. I haven't been consistent here for the past few weeks because of so many things I was doing. I was burnt out, but now I am back and we are going to be dropping videos as well. I've also been busy trying to pick up some of our brothers from Nigeria and Ghana and Cameroon who are coming to the Netherlands. And I want to say that if you want to talk to me one on one, a link is below to book an appointment from there. If you're a Cameroonian, you can use mobile money as well. But if you want me to secure an admissions for you in the Netherlands, in Bulgaria, Lithuania, or France, or anywhere, please, there is a link below. Check the website and equally read very well. So before you book an appointment with me, you should already know what you are looking for or what you are going to meet Milton to discuss about. If you still don't know how to go about everything, you don't know how to navigate yourself, what you need to study abroad, maybe you need guidance on something. Yesterday, I spoke to some people from Nigeria and a few days ago, and today I still have somebody to call, two people. All right, these people are not Nigerians, and so many things are lacking. I also want you to understand that I'm making these videos so that you can take the information I'm sharing here, do your own due diligence, okay? Then you apply for your university. Milton must not be the one to help you. There are several of us doing the same thing. And I expect you to also contact people that you think you can trust, people that you think you know. Like right now, I've been talking to somebody in a particular country, and the wife wants to study. Before we were looking at Switzerland, but what she studied is very complicated. I found it only in two schools in Switzerland, but it looks maybe they cannot afford. So now he's coming back to say we should look at France, which I'm still going to verify. Then, and I'm also doing an application for some other people for Germany. So without wasting time, let's go into the video. So if you take my video, listen to me, please do your own due diligence. Okay, because there is a lot of misinformation out here. Okay, I'm not super perfect, but I'm telling you that please learn to do research or contact people you think you can trust. All right, Milton is not the only one on here. Now let's go to France. If you want to study in France, there is a lot you need to know. Now, admissions is currently going on the same way you are going to watch this other university in Belgium, where I said you can actually apply and then next year you move to Belgium. But what you need to know is that for France, there are three intakes. You have September, you have January, and you have about June intake. But the issue with January and June intake is that most universities in France do not open, like they do not have programs for this particular intake. So if I'm to advise you, I will advise you take only the September intake. It's the same thing for Italy and so many other countries, not like the Netherlands with two intakes. I hope you understand. Then also understand that you are going to be going through a particular platform. There is a site, okay, which functions more like a body that is going to do interview for you. They call it Campus France. And inside this Campus France is like a body, a middleman between you and the French government. Okay, it is like an organization. Now, in that organization, they have a website where the international students can actually apply for universities. And the website is called Études en France. Now, Études en France means study in France, okay? Now, so you shouldn't get confused between the two. So if you must go through Campus France, there is a registration fee you have to pay to the French authorities because, of course, Campus France is controlled by the French authorities. So you will register. I think for Nigerians, it's like 80,000. For Cameroonians, I do not know how much it is. But those in Cameroon, go to MTM in Akwa Douala. If you're in Douala, go towards opposite MTM. Campus France is located on the upper side. All right. Just ask around that area. Many people around MTN know the office. Then also understand that if you want to apply on Campus France, well, you must not apply through Campus France. First step, like the first site you can choose is Campus France if you choose to go through it. But remember, even if at the end of the day you do not get admission using Campus France, you will still go back to Campus France for them, you will still go back to Etude en France, which is the platform that is on Campus France, that is controlled by Campus France. Then register, give them your offer letter that you got from an outside admissions, like you applied directly through Google or maybe on the university side. You will still register there for them to give you an attestation where you will use to apply for visa. So Campus France work like the visa guide, because you can't go to any VFS office or French embassy without your documents going through Campus France. I hope you get the update. So at the end of the day, you are going to be using Campus France or the university's website or Google search. Now, when you apply through Campus France, understand that it is competitive. Do not rely on Campus France application. You can apply for like 7 different programs, maybe 7 programs in the same university or 7 programs in different universities or the same level, maybe bachelor's, master's mix. But do not rely on them, because you can just get rejected with all 7. Now, if you apply through Campus France, also check to see if you can find cheaper programs on the Google, or maybe you can find also better programs using the normal university search. If you find them, also apply. Okay, but pay attention to the programs you are applying on Campus France and even the university side, because there is an interview you have to take. All right, and before you go for the interview, make sure you know the programs you applied for. It is very important, and of course, you shouldn't fumble so that you don't go there and disgrace yourself, right? Thank you. So even if you are using a middleman, you should give the middleman the details so that they can be the one to register and then guide you on all those things. But again, you have to be careful. Now, we have talked about the Etude en France, the Campus France thing, and there are things you need to know before we go to the requirements. 1, in France, if you are studying a bachelor's degree in English, you should understand there are 3 levels: level 1, level 2, level 3, which is called L1, L2, and L3. I'm explaining this so that you know, in case you go to the Campus France website and check, you are seeing maybe L1, L2, you may be thinking, oh, what is that? It's bachelor's level 1, 2, and 3. Then there is also M1, M2, which is master's level 1, 2, and 3. And now, if you already have a master's degree and you want to study another master's in France, it is advisable to go for M2. If you have HND and you want to give it a try, it is advisable to go for M1. Those of you with PGD, okay, diploma and postgraduate diploma, go for M1. This is the advice I will give. Now, we go to other things. When you are applying for Campus France, please remember, you can do Campus France and School Portal at the same time, but don't apply for a program that you already did on Campus France. Right? If you do a program on Campus France, don't go again and do the same program on the school website. No, it's not gonna even be possible. But I'm just giving you advice that you should note. Then also, you also need to write a motivation letter. It shouldn't be generated by ChatGPT. ChatGPT should give you advice or maybe let's say ideas, but it shouldn't be generated by ChatGPT. And then also, it shouldn't be generic, because if you're applying for 7 different schools, it should be, and those 7, they're asking for motivation letters, then your motivation letters should be for 7 different motivation letters for those institutions. Don't do generic. Take your time to apply, because generic motivation letter would not give you admission. This is my advice for you. Then also understand that your documents must be good, and please, before you go to Campus France, know the schools you apply to, the programs and everything. Know what you want to do after the program, because there is an interview and they may be curious to know what you are going to do after the process or after your program is over in France. Never you tell them that you are going to stay back and work. You should be directing your energy towards coming back to your country and then fixing your country, or maybe improving or expanding your own nation or your community. It is very important. Then also, let's take a look at the requirements you would need. You would need, of course, if you are going for bachelor's or master's, you will need your O levels and A levels. If you are Cameroonian, your WAEC, NECO. If you are Nigerian, then your WASI. If you are Ghanaian, then any combination, anything high school qualification. My people from Cameroon, I'm so sorry. For you to study a bachelor's in Europe, you need advanced level. O levels alone is not going to help you. So you should know this. I'm saying this because for some days now, I've been talking to some people who didn't get advanced level, unfortunately. So please put this into consideration. Then another thing you should note is an international passport. You need it. Okay, if your passport is about to expire, please get a new one. Then also, you also need to get your transcripts together and your degree certificate if you are going for masters. Okay, even if you are going for bachelor's and you have your transcript for high school, maybe our O levels and A levels transcript, put them together. Of course, you apply for a program. Then you also need your CV. If your CV is a Europass format, that will be good. And sometimes you are going to come across these universities telling you that this is how to arrange your CV, this is how to write your motivation letter, put it in that same format they are asking you. Then your motivation letter, of course, like I said, it shouldn't be generic, it shouldn't be generated by ChatGPT, but you can use chat to get ideas. It is your story is unique, and make sure you put it out. Do not be ashamed, put out your story can get you to where you really want to go. Then recommendation letters as well will come from your lecturers, your supervisors, or your professors. And if you are already working, right, you should get one from your professors. To be specific, maybe your supervisor, because your supervisor should know you better than your professor. He worked with you for research, but your professor only ended in classroom, right? Then again, you should also get one from your workplace. It is advisable like that. But if you're still in school, then you can get both of, maybe all of them from your university. Then also, you should also gather your passport size photograph. I do not know. Some schools may also tell you the dimensions and the background. It may be white background, it may be dark background, or whatsoever. Check the school website. They are going to explain these things to you. Then English test. Some schools may require an English test, and it's usually in the form of IELTS or TOEFL. And sometimes some may ask for French test, which is in the form of TEF, and maybe TEOC exams. It depends. They will specify it there. But always check. And also, if you're studying in English, you come from an English-speaking country, you may send an email to them telling them that, okay, this is what happened, this is where I'm coming from, I've been studying in English, can I please submit a proficiency test? Always send an email. There is always an email, and that email can help you get a lot of things, right? Then you also, if you're using the WAEC or NECO, I think WAEC has a scratch card, NECO has a scratch card. WASI, I do not know if it has a scratch card as well. Any country you come from, please show evidence, and equally, if you're using those, show the scratch card so they can verify. It's not like the advanced or O-level certificate from Cameroon where you can ask the GC about. No. Then these are the documents you need. We've talked about the things to note, and we have talked about where to apply. Now, early application is key. That is the first thing. Secondly, do not put your eggs in one basket, okay? Because your eggs in one basket, once they fall, they will get broken. I always say that apply to France, Lithuania, Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, anyone you think you can afford that your money is closely related. Just apply, because now competition is so high. The United States and maybe Canada is making it so difficult now, and so many people are now moving to Europe. So my advice is spread your tentacles and try to get something out of it. And I think after you apply, pay the money to Campus France, there is a day for interview. After that, you'll have to wait for an offer letter. While waiting, also use Google well, use normal universities' websites, okay, for other admissions. And remember, it's never going to be cheap. Of course, I see videos, oh, study in France for 250 euros. Yeah, I used to say that. But you need to understand that once you are trying to apply for a program abroad, other people are also trying to apply. So the best thing for you to do is to try everything possible to go into that program or go to another program elsewhere. It is important for you to put this together. Now, I think this advice is what you need, and all you need to do now is put in your application, look at what is available, then listen to advice, maybe book calls with people. Once you get admissions, look for visa documents, you apply for your visa, as simple as ABC. Well, it may not be that simple as ABC, but there is a lot of work you still need to do. I hope the video helps you. I would be ready to see your questions. Please, if you think you can share the video, share with a family, a brother or sister that is looking for opportunities to migrate. Then also tell them to share to other people. If they have questions, let them comment below. Then I will be back to respond to them. I'm so busy, but definitely I should be back with more information. I hope this helps. We meet again in another